Alrighty guys, so I'm hitting the road for another shed trip, and I wanted to show you this before I go. This is the Hunter's Haul box. It doesn't look like the normal Hunter's Haul box. There's a reason for that. There's something that's too big to fit in the normal box. I wanted to do like a whole legit unboxing on this, but it's probably not going to happen because I'm in a hurry to get out of town. I just wanted to show you one particular item that's in here that I'm going to be taking with me on this hunt. I'm going to be using all the time. Look at this. Boom. I don't know how many of you remember my last video where I was with Gates, we were elk shed hunting, and we could not understand each other on the radios the entire time, and for whatever reason we couldn't even talk back and forth. So I'm excited to put these ones to use. I can't even tell you how many things I've come out of this Hunter's Haul box that are now part of my daily gear anytime I go somewhere. So Hunter's Haul, big supporter, check them out, link in the description. Let's go shed hunting. So today started off with some shenanigans. I woke up, started to get dressed, and realized I forgot my belt. So I'm like, no problem, I'll make one out of paracord. Well, it was uncomfortable, wasn't holding my pants up good. I'm a big boy, I need my pants held up. Then I got in the back of my truck, found a tie down, made a belt out of that. And that pretty much soaked up the first 45 minutes of the day. So now I'm finally hiking. I'm headed back up to an elk spot up here, one that we did pretty good in the other day. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I know the bulls are moving up right now. They're kind of chasing that snow line high, eating that green grass. So I'm taking a different route in. I'm going a steep way up. I mean, I usually don't like the steep stuff. I'm just kind of a flatlander, but occasionally you got to go where the bulls are. So get up there and see what there is to see on the top. Just up here flatlanding it.
Start, and so a lot of it is just time. We like to hunt places you can hunt multiple years. So the first year we're going to call it a bust. You just got to know in your mind it's going to suck. I'm either going to get lucky, I'm going to eat my tag, and we just figured we're going to eat our tag.
Yeah. Man,
I think the hunters
hold on,
are way on top of sous vide cooking.
Gotta turn off my my podcast. Listening to some meat eater today while I'm stumbling around. I came all the way up the one big side, all the way along the ridge, worked the bowl, dropped off all the way this side, worked the bottom, came up another finger ridge for nothing. Holy crap. I'm 20,000 steps into this, which puts me like at 10 miles or so, but 10 steep miles. Man, this sucks. I've been cutting boot tracks all day. Somebody's been cleaning this place up. I did jump some shed bulls. I think I got decent video of them. They both had velvet coming out already, so they've been shed for a little while. I think that, like, they say that elk have the fastest growing bone of any animal when they grow their antlers. Think about the inches an elk can put on. Say it sheds April 1st and finishes growing August, mid-August, you know. It's pretty insane how an elk can put 300-400 inches of antler on in that amount of time. But this has mostly been the story of the day today. Wind. Jeez. This is the world's toughest coyote. I shot this thing. The first shot I took on him was probably 300 yards. I missed him. Second shot I hit him and he sat down. I only had one more bullet. So I hiked over there, shot him again in the ribs. He just rolled down the hill and then sat there looking at me. So I shot him with my pistol a few times. And I had to sit there for probably 10 minutes till he died. And now he's trying to wake up on me. He got drugged probably 300, 400 yards and now he's trying to come out of it. I'll dig out another bullet and see that? Lively little sucker. But the shed's kind of screwed the snow's kind of screwed our shed hunt today. We did, when I was shooting at this coyote, noticed there was a bull and a couple bulls right here, but I don't know, mostly exploring today, checking some stuff out. This weather's hosing us. And tonight we're headed to Shed Fest. So anyway, it's It's a $50 bill, right? Utah bounty, baby. All right, so we drove all over hell and back. Today we've been in rain. We were in about 6 inches of snow on the top, slick mud. Anyway, finally got to where we're gonna try and hike for a little while. Just kind of taking a shot in the dark. Seems like what I do all the time lately. But, oh, there's bull track. So we're gonna work these washes that are kind of above this chaining. Decent elk sign. And my feet are still sore from yesterday, so that's good. So we're gonna hit it here for like an hour or two, see what the sign looks like, see if it's good or bad. We already got a coyote to pay the bills for the trip. Fuel is paid for now. Onto the sheds. You guys probably think I'm turning this camera back on and be like, oh yeah, I found the horn, but I didn't. Super frustrating today. This guy, well, I'm assuming it's a guy, could be a female, don't want to be sexist. He's riding four-wheeler side by side, it looks like, up and down every single one of these washes, just mashing brush, mobbing everywhere. There's pretty decent elk sign in here, pretty decent deer sign too. Haven't found anything. I don't know if it's truly that guy's fault, if he got him or what, but yeah, it's a good something to blame, you know, when you're not finding them. Well, we are headed to Shedfest. It's gonna be a fun day. For those of you who don't know what Shedfest is, it's a 3-day shed hunting camping trip that's put on by my buddy Josh Corbin, aka Antler Trader. We didn't have, I really couldn't go the whole time, but we're gonna go out there today, play around in the dirt, and hang out with everybody. It's cool. If you guys aren't following Josh on Instagram and YouTube and stuff, at Antler Trader, if you follow him there, you can get all the details on it for next year, but it's like an opportunity to everybody to get together, shed hunt together, have a big party. It's fun. So we got the kids loaded up today. Got the wife. She's sleeping in the front seat. We're gonna cruise out there for the day and have some good family time, meet some cool people and hang out. So you wanna come? So we made it to Shedfest. We met up with everybody, shot the breeze for a little bit around the campfire, and now we're headed out to shed hunt.
So we can find some horns.
That's the plan. You wanna find some horns today, buddy?
Yep.
Yep. Do you, Timber? Gonna find some horns today?
No.
No?
I want to read the book.
You wanna read a book? Oh great, I've got a educationally minded child.
Can I read a book for my water?
Sure, buddy. So we're doing this a little bit. This is a little non-conventional for me. We're cruising out in a line of about 20 trucks to go shed hunt, to go hit a spot. It's gonna be a little group shed hunting going on. So we're in a massive dust cloud. We brought the family vehicle here, brought the old Yukon, and I haven't really taken it off-road much, and it does surprisingly well, really. So we're gonna go hit it for deer sheds. This is a deer shed spot, some winter range country in a top secret location that we only shared with 200 of our closest friends. So let's get after it. So the army has dispersed. Everybody's kind of headed their separate ways. We're obviously the back of the pack, but we're gonna see if we can find something. Go, buddy. Go up there. Let's go this way, boys. They rub their velvet a little bit?
Yeah.
Where? What's that called, the rub?
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. How did you learn all this good stuff?
Yeah.
You're smart.
Yeah.
Oh, and a dinosaur. We got one of those too.
Did you find a one?
It's sort of a lopsided match.
What? He found 2? Go look at those things. The one's a
What do you
coos.
guys think?
Is it really?
No.
So cool.
I was like, no, it's not.
Ridge, what are those?
Hands on that, buddy. It's
Isn't
a
that
back
cool?
net.
Timber,
Dude,
look at that little horn that shows.
what? Is that what we came out here for?
That broke the ice.
There you go.
That's awesome.
We found a horn, huh? Even if Cheryl had it.
Yeah,
We got
I
it
just
so
accidentally beat you to it.
Yeah, they were over there.
Yeah, they were. They were on that hill, both of them.
Jeez, we didn't quite make it that far.
Yeah.
We made a little loop. We're coming back. We got done hiking and we burned everybody out a little bit. It was kind of hot. This desert country is already heating up. But we put down a couple miles actually with the little kids and the wife, and we did pretty good. We didn't find any sheds. Cheryl found some, and everybody else kind of did, and then they stashed them for the boys, so that was fun. But we're gonna run to town and go to lunch because this is what we like to call front country. Just the opposite of back country. We'll just go to town, grab some lunch. We got a couple kids knocked out. One is knocked out, and the other one should be asleep here soon. And
Good advice. He's like, yeah, sure, I guess. Whatever. Whatever you say, lady. No, it's on a truck. You're good though.
11? Yeah.
Yeah. Timber.
it's bad news when the wind blows and you lose inches, huh? Dang it. So,
4.25.
Jeez. A little bit.
what's going on today, guys? It's a beautiful morning here in southern Utah. Just hopped out of bed, you know, it's about 10 o'clock. Get up at the peak of 10. I'm getting attacked by a dinosaur right off the bat. This video is gonna be in trouble. Pretty scary. We're pushing buttons. Anyway, been cruising around with the family the last couple days, shed hunting. We hit Shed Fest, and I'm gonna put together a video on that right now. We took a family shed trip to Shed Fest. I'm gonna show you some highlights of that one. Maybe be in this video, probably be in a different one. But today, I've been putting off cooking this thing that I wanna cook. I had a lot of people in the comments of a previous video asking me how to make this dish that I was talking about that only requires one Dutch oven and you leave it in the coals all day long. And I'm gonna attempt to tackle that today before it gets too hot here in southern Utah to start a fire in my backyard. I got a little backyard fire pit all set up. I'm gonna go get the coals started, get the fire started, and then I'm gonna show you how to make this delicious shredded pork sandwiches using a Dutch oven like a slow cooker. This is something we've done in the past where we'll put this in the fire in the morning, leave it all day long, come back, and then have it for dinner after we usually kind of have it like in the evening or after we get done hunting for the day. So let's attempt this thing. Let's see how it goes. All right, so we're in the kitchen now. I got my Dutch oven out. It's been in storage for a little bit, and so I'm heating it and kind of re-curing it a little bit. I'm gonna re-oil it. This recipe's super simple. So all you do is you get a couple of nice yellow onions, and I hope you guys get to hear my kids' Land Before Time movie in the background, because that's how I get to cook, because I gotta turn the movie on for them. But anyway, a couple onions, chop them up. We're gonna get our pork shoulders ready. Doing 2 of these because I'm extra hungry and they're extra delicious. So there I have them. I'm gonna put together a super simple seasoning blend. Salt, pepper, a little bit of Cajun. I'm a big fan of Tony's, and this is garlic powder. So really simple. The major flavor you're gonna do on this is gonna be barbecue, but it doesn't really matter the seasonings, and it doesn't really matter that actually you can do this with a lot of different kind of meats. Pork just works good because it has a lot of fat in it, and so it stays moist a little bit better. All right, so put a few onions in. This Dutch oven's still hot. I heated it up and oiled it a minute ago. I'll put a few underneath, and that should help it not burn on the bottom. And then the goods. If you're worried about it burning, you could add a little more liquid to it. This is never gonna get really high heat. It's just gonna be low heat for a long time. So I think it should be just fine. Add in the rest of our onions. the lid on it. And it's ready to start. All right, so I got my little fire going. Got some hardwood going on there. I think that's, I think it's pecan. Then I got a little pit right here. And this is where I'm actually gonna do my cooking. I'm gonna make coals in there. When that's all burned down, I'm gonna line this hole right here with coals on the bottom and on the sides, and then I'm gonna bury it just like you do, like when you smother, man, sweating. Like when you smother your fire pit for the day. Look at this, sweat dripping off my nose. This is what real work feels like. Digging next to a fire when it's already 85 degrees. It's not a good idea. Anyway, I'm gonna cover it up with dirt and let it just sit the whole day in the Dutch oven, and it'll just work just like a slow cooker. Low heat, long time, should tenderize that pork right up. The other thing I'm gonna do is cover this. I like this because it has a deer on it. I'm gonna cover this in aluminum foil because we're gonna actually put dirt over the top of it and coals, and I don't want it to get in there. It shouldn't anyway. It's kind of an extra precautionary thing that I like to do. Probably doesn't matter that much. This step is optional, but now it's done. So our coals are getting cooked down to where they're about ready. This hardwood's still not quite there. All the rest of it is. Almost there. So I got the bottom layer of coals in. Now, for this guy right on top of him like that, that'll give it some solid bottom heat. Try to get it level as possible. And then here, not too many because we don't want it to be too hot. Now we add the dirt. People are like, oh, can't just be burying food, bro. I know. It's counterintuitive. In your mind, you're like, this is not a good idea. There's gonna be dirt in my food. But there shouldn't be if you're careful. Now, we're gonna let that sit all day. So it's been a few hours, as in like 6. And we're gonna check on this thing and see if it's done, if there's still heat in there. I don't know why I'm super skeptical about it. Maybe I don't have enough coals in there to begin with. Maybe it got dirt in it, who knows. But let's dig it up, see what it looks like. Bad sign. It's cold to the touch. That's always a good sign. Guarantee those pork roasts are raw in there. So yeah. So every time you try this when you're out camping, I'm sure you'll have an oven. So go put it in the oven for a while and we'll continue the cooking process in there. Oh my gosh, I'm a failure. Not surprising though, I screw stuff up all the time. Let's go finish it in the oven. I pulled the lid off and those pork roasts are 100% raw. They didn't even start cooking. So I remember last time we did this successfully, we did have a lot more coals. I figured with it being warm and stuff, it would work like that, but this is a fail, 100%. So we're gonna try, I'm gonna put it in the oven. The roast will be fine. When it's all done, maybe. It was in the danger zone for a long time, but it's still cold, like not even room temperature, it's still cold. So, whatever. Tune in another day for hopefully a successful episode of the same thing. I don't know, try to film a how-to thing and get it totally wrong. Whatever, that's the story of my life. So there you have the final product. Doesn't that look delicious? You'll just have to pretend that I did it in a Dutch oven in a way that you could do it when you're camping all day. I promise I'll try again. I'll perfect it. It'll be better. For now, whatever. You don't always succeed. This is the reality of trying to do YouTube videos. Half the time they turn to crap. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed doing it, and I'm sure as heck gonna enjoy eating all that pork. So So I'm putting this video together, and it occurred to me, I think I'm gonna have to call this video failing at everything. I went shed hunting on one unit, didn't find a shed. Went to a new unit, didn't find any sheds. Went to Shed Fest with my family, didn't find any sheds. Came home and tried to cook the recipe, failed at that. So if you wanna know what a realistic week is like in my life, that's it. Pure failures. But I had fun, I enjoyed it, and it's never a failure if you could spend time with your family. Seriously, it was a cluster, it was a disaster. But that's all right, I bet the next one will be better. And if not, whatever, I'll make videos about that crap too. It probably, I'm sure there's a lot of people who get a lot of satisfaction out of watching me just like stumble through this crap. But thank you guys for watching, I appreciate it. I know this wasn't a conventional video, not many antlers picked up, not much to do with antlers, and a failed cooking episode. So yay, world's best YouTuber. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe out of pity. See you later.